Alright people, the sound is slightly different now, but that's because I have headphone simulation on. This is what it would sound if I was in the real aircraft and had my headphones on. So you'll be hearing ATC in a minute, if I have it set up.
Vanilla Natties. Information Echo 2231. Wind 166 degrees at 3 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more, sky condition clear. Temperature 6. Dew point -1. Wind H1025. Transition altitude 10,000. Transition level flight level 110. Landing runway 31. Departure runway 31. With information Echo.
As you can hear, ATC and also the external sounds are perfectly normal. It's just that the internal sounds have been toned down a bit. This also makes the whole simulation more realistic. So what I am going to do today is take off from runway 13. It's the same runway we landed on. And I'm going to show you, she's right there, off to my 1 o'clock. I'm going to show you Ayers Rock and talk a little bit about what the Aborigine think of her. And let's see, Uluru. Yep. Okay. I must admit, I don't really like this toned down version at all. I like my engine to be there, so I can hear what it's doing, how it's spurring. So we're not going to use a flight plan, we're going to fly VFR towards the rock. Must be live. Holster rate, gear up. So, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, and also known as Pichanchachara, is a so-called sandstone monolith, and sacred to the Pichanchachara, yeah, the Aborigines in the area. It is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It is 348 meters in height, 1142 feet, rising 863 meters or 2,831 feet above sea level, with most of its bulk lying underground. It has a total perimeter of 9.4 kilometers, 5.8 miles. And it is notable for its shape and change of color in different times of day. Most notably when it glows red at dawn and sunset. This we need to check out, of course. And it does. Look at that. Even Flight Simulator isn't lying. So you're not allowed to climb it, even though some people do. Because they're assholes. It looks a bit out of, I don't know, like it doesn't belong here. Everything around it for miles and miles is flat. You can see those mountain ranges in the distance, but up here there's nothing. And then you have this one rock just standing out of nowhere. It's amazing. Now, there used to be an airfield. You can see the remnants of it at my 11 o'clock, but it's closed. And as I said, climbing is prohibited. All the climbing gear and assists have been removed. And of course, tourism on this site is enormous. Everybody wants to get close to it and see it. There are guided tours that you can take, and as I said, it has its place on the World Heritage Site. It's just beautiful. I mean, alright, let's head back to the airfield, land, and we'll plan the next step. Which I believe is Ayers Rock to Perth. Well, that's definitely gonna be a job for a bigger airplane. Hey, entering downwind, runway 13, full stop. Heading 310 for the downwinds. This is one of those cases where 310 and you invert them, you get 13 is actually the correct opposite end of the runway. Raise the nose a bit, start slowing down. Turning base. Add some flaps. And starting my turn to final. Nice. On the glide path. And again, perfect landing. Flaps up. So the next flights are going to be longer and maybe a little less interesting. I'll try and make them as interesting as possible. Probably by yapping a lot. I tend to do that. But yeah, those are really repositioning flights right up to Darwin, the northernmost airport that we're gonna visit. Now I was thinking, down south, to the south of Australia, south of Sydney, there is Tasmania, of course, and I was wondering if I should include that into my flights. This would mean that we get to do them after I get back in Sydney, not now, because that is behind me. All right. We'll park back at 15, where I was, my safe spot. I don't need a safe spot, I need excitement. I need engine failures. Always watch out what you wish for, people. But that was Ayers Rock, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you learned something. I know I did the first time that I flew here. And let's just respect each other's properties and values and not climb the rock anymore. I mean, I love climbing myself, but I would not climb anything that is religious. Well, actually that's not entirely true. I did climb the church in Weert, where I used to live, where I went to the military academy for NCOs. I did do that, so okay. Well, maybe not climb Ayers Rock. Alright people, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little flight, little excursion to one of the most important places tourists will go to. I think, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.